If you haven't already, subscribe on iTunes. And while you're there, please leave us a rating and review.
Or lease in the morning.
Hello and welcome to Paratalk with the East Tennessee Ghost Seekers. Paratalk podcast contains explicit language, scary content, and adult humor. Parental discretion is advised.
It's time for Paratalk, a wide-ranging discussion covering hauntings, paranormal encounters, UFOs, cryptids, and true crime. With your host, Stephen Brown, and your East Tennessee Ghost Seekers, Steve Wiseman, Andrea Brown, Elsie Adams, Jesse Arms, Amy Sharp, Justin Howard, and me, Mike Howard. To join in the discussion, email etgsparatalk@gmail.com. And now, it's time for Paratalk.
All right, guys. It is Saturday, January 16th.
What?
Saturday.
What?
We slept through Friday.
Yeah, right.
No, we didn't.
No, I worked.
Damn it.
No, we didn't sleep through Friday. It says no one could get together on Friday, so we pushed it back a day. And Mike was supposed to join us in studio tonight, but Mike's work ran over. So Mike is joining us from the bunker again.
I made Mike a
what's
cake.
I don't. Yes, I know.
I'm so sad.
It's all right, Mike. I'll
I
eat your
am
piece.
Not as sad as I am.
Yeah, she made a big chocolate cake with cream cheese icing. Just for you.
Damn
Perfect
it.
with a nice cold glass of milk.
Yeah.
Yes.
Damn it.
Yeah. Yeah. She was thinking about you, man.
I was.
She was like, yeah, Mike's coming over. I got to make a cake.
Bro.
I know. Yeah.
I'll make another one. I love to do the baking. I don't eat the baking, but I do the baking.
And we just eat it.
Yes.
We just eat the baking. All right. I'm seeing a lot more people in the chat room this week, which I'm totally stoked about.
Welcome, everyone.
And for you guys that it may be your first time listening, how about we do this damn thing? Me. I'm Steven of Paratalk, and welcome to my semicircle table. To my right, the Duke of Hell, Mr. Steve Wiseman.
Hey.
What's up, buddy?
Oh, living the dream, baby.
Right.
Living the dream.
I hear ya. And to my left, my sweet little wife,
Miss fucking Betty Crocker.
Betty fucking Crocker herself, Miss Andrea Brown.
Hello, everyone.
And how are you?
I'm lovely.
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
I mean, I actually made dinner in a very short amount of time, so I'm good.
You really did.
Betsy
yeah.
Boo finally made a live stream appearance. Welcome,
Sweet.
Betsy Boo.
And joining us from his bunker, hidden somewhere in the Southwest, the man of many voices and many talents, our one and only, Mr. Mike Howard. What's up, buddy?
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
How you
What's
doing?
up, kids?
Hey, watch out! That ghost is puking shit straight down your back behind you, and
That's
Do you
the
really-
way-
do you not
She's very
see-
scared. She's pooping on a ghost.
oh, she's
Yeah,
shitting
she
on a
is-
ghost.
yes.
Oh my
That's
god,
what's going on there.
Yes.
It's quite disturbing,
Yeah.
actually.
Hey, I know a group you can call if you need help with that ghost.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
Guys, hang on. This one's going to get weird.
When are they?
All right. Guys,
This one's going to get weird?
Okay, they're all fucking weird. Just
Started to say, I was like, what?
yeah. Just a little bit or a
God,
lot.
what's so special about this one?
Okay, yeah, they're all
And
weird.
for our first timers, you've been warned.
Yeah, right from the start. You know, if this is your first time listening to Paratalk, yeah, you've been warned. And if it's your first time listening to Paratalk live, like we know it's Betsy Boo's first time listening to us live.
Yes.
You may hear some shit that usually you won't hear because I usually cut the shit out.
That's
So-
true.
Happy New Year, motherfuckers!
Yes.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. You know, I was thinking that I had put that on here, and
I think you had gobble gobble.
I did, and I thought I put that on here, and apparently I didn't, and that
God.
that just pisses me
Yes.
off.
Well, shit.
I know. But so anything new in anybody's lives this week? I mean, it's been a week since we've sat down here and done this. Has anything changed?
I've gotten a week older.
I'm sorry.
Yes,
I'm
You
sorry.
look it. You look it.
Appreciate
Quite
you,
a
brother.
You're welcome.
And I've changed job locations. You know, still working in the same company, but I moved to a different location.
Yeah.
And
Well, so did I, pretty much.
yeah. So yeah, there's that's changed. We are totally full on our Waverly trip.
Yes.
Our Waverly trip is totally full, and one of our listeners, Rodent, is
Going with
actually
us.
going with us.
Yes.
So can't wait to do that. That's going to be awesome.
And to answer Rodent, we have gone on a few college visits, and I think a few, and I think we have found the one.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Yeah, we can't announce it.
I'm not going to
his
say
thing.
anything until he commits officially, but we'll definitely let you all know.
Yeah.
Because it's exciting.
Yeah,
Super exciting.
he has a Zoom call this Monday
Yes.
to hopefully finalize everything.
I know. Fingers crossed, guys,
Yeah.
for, a good scholarship package here.
Yes, yes.
Just like rodent snakes, like fresh mice. Mm-hmm. East Tennessee Ghost Seekers loves fresh meat on an
Yes.
investigation.
Yes, we
That
do.
is
And we
true.
cannot wait to get him in there.
I know.
Yes. And
We're
we're
so excited.
going to have some more fresh meat. I mean, he's not
Yep.
the only one. I mean, we've got some more fresh meat joining us that night. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome. I cannot wait to get back to Waverly. It's been 5 years since we were there last.
I'm thinking
And I'm ready to go back.
I'm thinking with the popularity, because and we know that people want to go,
Mm-hmm.
and it's definitely a time thing on trying to get everybody's schedules together and get the money together and all that. But I don't know about you all, but we might have to do another trip and open it up to some more people.
Well, see, what I was just thinking too is while we're up there, we can maybe sit down and talk to Tina for a few minutes and see if maybe we can't do an event or something
I mean,
up there.
that would be fantastic.
That would be awesome.
Because I
Yeah.
know we could get.
Yeah, I mean, and just a small event, 20 people. I mean, 20 people would be enough to where a lot of people get to come, and you're not interfering with other people's investigation for the night. Because that place is freaking huge.
Oh yeah,
It's huge. I mean, huge. I mean, one trip we
Huge.
went with Big Bob up there. We had probably 30 people,
yeah, and you never overlap.
and you never overlapped. So yeah, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. Definitely need to talk to her about that.
We'll be working on that, y'all.
Yeah, and we got some more things in the works for this year. We're going to do,
We'll get you in there, Steve.
what's that? Oh, Steve, is it on his bucket list?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you definitely got to go. We'll see what we can work out. We'll see what we can work out.
In response to Hockey Man, he's saying Thursday, Friday, or Saturday would be good. Ideally, that would be the best for everyone. Unfortunately,
Waverly filled up
Waverly-
on the weekends the first day they went live for their reservations.
yeah,
for the entire
and
year.
when it came down to when I went on and got our tickets, the There were slim pickings.
Yeah, very slim pickings.
And basically it was Mondays and Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Yeah, and that was like January. No, when you went on the first time and looked, that was like January 7th or something like that.
Yeah.
Stop it, Hockey Man. You're going to make me cry.
What do you say? Hanging out with you guys, it's on my bucket list.
Hanging out with you is on my bucket list.
Me? You're married to me.
No, Hockey Man. I hang out with you all the time.
Shit.
Yeah. All right. So this week, yeah, I just got shot down, Mike. Did you see that? She totally shot.
I ain't got shit on my bucket list. I'm good.
Well, it's a clean bucket then.
That's right.
It is.
Well,
I filled it up twice already. It's done.
So this week, I'm actually going to give a shout out to Steve from Entity Vortex Paranormal Society. This week's topic actually came to me after a phone call I received from Steve. And I had the phone on speaker. Steve and Andrea both heard the entire conversation. Mike, this one's new to you.
Okay.
Last weekend, down at Scream Chamber, they were doing a paranormal investigation. This group had come down to investigate, and Steve was there hanging out with them. Well, they had separated up into a couple teams, and some had went down into the basement area, and some had went into a bedroom or something. I can't remember exactly. But they got this voice communicating with them over the spirit box. And it started talking about food or hungry or something to that nature. And anyway, it led Steve to go to the kitchen to go up there and get some a can of Vienna sausages and a cigarette for the spirit to bring down. Okay. Well, he goes and he gets it, and when he goes up, he notices a very, very strong propane smell inside the house. They had just brought in a new propane tank into the house, and brand new, still had the cap on it and everything, and the propane tank was apparently leaking some. He got it out and tested it, and put water over it to see if it would bubble at all, and nothing at all. But he got the propane tank out of the house, and the scent went away. So we got to talking about how maybe that spirit was, saying that about being hungry and wanting a cigarette and all that to get him to go upstairs just to check that area. Because Steve said they also had a little heater in there that was on, had a built-in thermostat, and it would click on, and when the temperature would drop. So had that heater clicked on with that propane leaking into that house, it would have killed every one of them.
Oh yeah,
the house would have exploded and killed every one of them in that house. But something that they were talking to had them go upstairs. And in that process of going upstairs, he found that there was the stench of the propane, and was able to get it out of the house and get the windows open and get the other heater turned off before it actually clicked on. So
wow,
that's amazing. Amazing. I mean, after we got off the phone with Steve, me and Steve and Andrea sat here and talked about it for another 30 minutes. Just
a random thought. We've talked about phantom smells before.
Right.
If they just move the propane tank in and just to, I don't know. That's just, we've talked about phantom smells before. Would that have been a possibility of it being just a phantom smell, or if but how would you know? You wouldn't know.
Yeah. And a phantom smell, usually people smell more than once. That's what that is. It's, because I may smell it today. It's just like Waverly. The phantom smells of the bacon frying and the maple syrup and all that you smell inside of Waverly Hills.
Pancakes.
That's all phantom smells that several people have experienced.
Yeah, Usually at different times.
And usually at different times. And we've actually got a caller calling in right now. Let's connect real quick, see who this is. Hello and welcome to Paratalk.
Hey, I just this is my first time listening to you guys, but I had a question for you.
Yeah.
Let me turn up my volume, sorry. Can you hear me now?
I can totally hear you. Okay, you're going to have to turn us down because it's echoing.
Is it better now?
Let me listen. No, I'm still hearing me. It's echoing.
Okay. Let me turn off my car 1 second. Maybe that's doing it. All right, can you hear me better now? Is it still echoing?
You're not echoing. I'm echoing. And I'm not hearing it now, so we're good.
Okay. All right, I just had a question for you. Have any of you been to the Penhurst Asylum?
No, that's actually on my bucket list.
As well as mine.
That's what I've been doing. I just was wondering, I just was curious. I just started listening, so I don't know if you'd already covered this. But I was just wondering if you guys have ever been there, and if you have, what was it like? But you guys haven't been there?
No. But it's totally on the bucket list. We want to go.
Yeah, it's supposed to be really cool. There's supposed to be a lot of activity, especially in a couple of the main buildings. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you're familiar with the history, but I think they only had a capacity of like 1,800. And at one point, they had just under 3,000 people staying there, which is crazy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to get into the paranormal myself, but I'm not having any luck getting a hold of any groups.
Where do you live?
I live in Rhode Island.
You live in Rhode Island?
Hey, that's where I was born, Providence.
Oh, really? I live in Warwick.
Okay, yeah, I grew up in Woonsocket.
Woonsocket, huh?
Yeah.
The land of the French.
Yes. What I would recommend is just getting on Facebook there and researching teams in your area and see if they're looking for anybody who because like we brought in people that have never investigated the paranormal before and brought them in as investigators in training and took them under our wings. It's worked out for some it hasn't, but
and some people that we've taken. Not necessarily under our wings, but we've taken along with us a couple of times, have actually branched out on their own, and it's
become satellite members.
Yeah.
One of the groups I've actually talked to was called, I don't know if you've heard of it, RTS Paranormal.
I've seen them on Facebook.
Yeah, so I've tried a few different times to get a hold of them, but no one's getting back to me. They said they're going to, so it's not like they're dismissing me, but it's taking forever for them to get back to me. I know the holidays only happened not that long ago, but it's just a little bit frustrating because I do want to get into the paranormal, something I've always been interested in.
One thing that you could do, as instead of like waiting on another team or a team, you can always get yourself a digital recorder that you can buy at Walgreens or Walmart or whatever. And that's basically how the guys have started. They go out, they get a digital recorder and go out on their own to these. Obviously you don't want to go to some sketchy place, but you can go to like a little cemetery, try it out. Or if there's some little abandoned but not dangerous buildings around, go try it out there. Get your feet wet like that, and then you could start your own team.
And another thing you can do is look for events going on in your area.
Which, Rhode Island has a crap ton of...
you got to think.
Especially Warwick, too. You got a ton of stuff in Warwick because that's where TAPS was located to begin with.
Jason Halls lives in Warwick.
They usually have like a Paracon or something
they have several Paracons. But that's just meet and greets. But there's events everywhere.
Just looking up just real quickly, you've got 32 different paranormal societies in and around Warwick right there. So... You've got.
Oh, that's true. I didn't even think of that. I've been venturing out to national companies, but I should probably look at the ones that are local.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, absolutely.
Always start local.
Yeah, and if you're looking at in the chat room right now, one of our chat room members, Hockey Man, he says, "Come join Hockey Man and Rodent." They're in the Hockey Man's in New Jersey, and Rodent is in Philadelphia. And they've been going and doing some things on the side, and they've called us. We've given them some advice, and touch base with them and see what they have going on, and get in there and get your foot wet, man.
No, that's a good idea. I just figured I'd pick your brain, see what you guys thought, but I appreciate the advice. I'll definitely do that.
Yeah, not
Absolutely.
a problem. Not a problem.
I mean, let me just say that once you get started, you're going to get hooked.
Oh,
just
yeah.
saying.
It's addictive.
I got the S box for Christmas, so I'm going to start using that too.
Nice.
So did I.
Yeah, so did Steve. But yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to shoot us a message on the Paratalk Podcast, the East Tennessee Ghost Seekers Facebook page, or the East TN Ghost Seekers Facebook page, and we'll get back with you.
Zach Rodent actually left his contact information in the chat room if you can see that.
Yep.
I did, actually. I'll copy that right now. Thank you, Rodent. I appreciate that.
There you go.
His name is Mike
Thank
Mitchell.
you, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, sweet. Well, like I said, if you have any questions, just give us a yell.
I will. Thank you.
All
Thanks,
right.
Zach.
Thanks, Zach.
Good
Have a good
luck.
evening.
Thank you so much.
All right, not a problem. Thank you.
You're
All
welcome.
right. That was awesome. So
Well, he says Warwick. I'm going Warwick. Why do I know? Oh, well, that's where Taps is from.
Oh, I thought maybe you were thinking of Dionne Warwick.
You know what?
was.
I am.
Because I'm old.
It
I'm
just-
old and I'm fucking stupid.
It just warms my heart that we not only make love matches, but we make paranormal matches in here.
Right,
Come
absolutely.
on.
that's right.
We are matchmakers.
ETGS North is about to grow.
Woo,
That's
yeah.
right. That's right. All right. So back to my story. So all that happened with Steve. So we got to talking, and that's where this week's topic came from. So, Steve got to researching one night, and he found several stories of where spirits had saved someone's life. And, and then we got on the topic of, is it a spirit that's saving someone's life, or is it their guardian angel? And that's where it's up in the air.
I think it's
think,
How do you differentiate?
yeah, how do you differentiate?
I think it's
a spirit?
personal preference.
Yeah.
Really.
Could
I
be.
do.
Yeah. So, all right. Who wants to take us off on the beginning of this very, very long journey?
All right, I will.
Damn
Because
it.
Ha, 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 ha. So when the topic of ghosts arises, it typically involves poltergeists behaving creepily or maliciously towards the people and locations they happen to haunt. Yet these preconceptions about ghosts overlook the notable times that spirits have reportedly helped people in dire situations. Though deadly ghost encounters may sometimes occur, there are plenty of stories that involve supernatural entities saving the day. People who claim that ghosts save them have relayed encounters with friendly specters that managed to rescue them or a loved one. There are historical and modern accounts of times when spirits were saviors, meaning that those from beyond might have influenced human history more than anyone ever considered. Maybe Casper is only one of the many friendly ghosts in the world. So the first story we have is the Greenbrier ghost allegedly identifying her killer. So in February of 1897 in Greenbrier, West Virginia, Mary Jane Heister claimed that she started receiving visits from her late daughter, Elva Zona Heister-Shue, regularly at midnight. Zona had died a month prior of everlasting faint, though Heister suspected a more nefarious cause was to blame. When she took Zona's burial sheet home and washed it, Heister watched as the water ran red. Because of this, Heister took the situation seriously when her deceased daughter allegedly appeared in the middle of the night. Zona told Heister that her husband, Erasmus Edward Stribling Trout Shoe, that is a mouthful, Erasmus Edward Stribling Trout Shoe.
God bless you.
Thank you.
I didn't even know I had trouts had feet.
Yep. Shoes, too.
And they wear special shoes.
Trout shoes.
They wear flip-flops.
Oh, that was good. That was good.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Where am I at? Okay. Anyway, Zona had told Easter that her husband, really long name with a trout shoe, had snapped her neck. The specter reportedly rotated her head to show her mother what had happened to her. Easter immediately went to the police and told them her story. Miraculously, they believed her and exhumed Zona's body. They performed an autopsy since Edward had prevented the local coroner from examining Zona when she died. Doctors quickly discovered Zona's neck was indeed broken, and they arrested Edward for killing her.
Wow.
I mean, trippy.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Super trippy. Oh, I got to take this one.
What, the next one?
Yes.
Okay, one quick thing.
Okay.
I was watching TikTok, I think it was yesterday morning, and this family had this, their camera pointing out toward the street, and this doe was hit by a car, and it was struggling to get back to its feet. It got back up, took a couple steps, and fell. It died, succumbed of its injuries. But as soon as it hit the ground, you could see what they call is its soul leaving its body. It kind of crawls away from the physical body and stands up and walks across the road.
Holy cow.
Now, I have seen several videos, actually, usually like security cameras or dash cams or something, of a spirit leaving a body or a crash scene or something. And it's amazing that it's like to be able to catch that at the right moment.
Right. I've seen like guardian angel photos over crash sites.
Yeah.
Okay. Continue.
Okay, real quick, I had posed a question to the podcast, to the chat room, said, have any of you guys known anyone who may have been saved by a ghost or a guardian angel? And Betsy Boo says, depends. Do you think an influence of one counts, even if you can't really see it? I totally think so. Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally think so.
Yeah.
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 Definitely. So if you got that story, share.
Bring it. Right. Next up, we've got Dolly Parton says her late grandmothers watch over her. I know you're not a Dolly fan.
I'm not, so you're welcome for adding the story.
Spanks. Dolly Parton, the wearer of coats of many colors, apparently has guardians of many dimensions. The famous country singer and actress claims she received help from both of her grandmothers long after they died. On one occasion, they warned her not to board a plane headed to Salt Lake City. As Parton recalls, suddenly I saw my grandma's ghost standing in the corner. She kept saying, "Don't catch the plane. Don't catch the plane." Parton decided to heed the advice and switched flights. The flight crashed, leaving no survivors. Later, her guardian grannies also supposedly warned her about a potentially costly deal. Parton declined to sign a contract that would have resulted in her losing millions of dollars.
Wow. Wow.
Thanks, Granny.
Yeah, for real. I mean, that's some Final Destination shit.
Right?
Yeah.
That's why I don't drive behind the log trucks.
She doesn't.
I refuse to get behind a log truck.
If we're going down the interstate or something and there's a truck with all the logs on the back of it, she flies around that truck. And
Well,
it's real easy now on the Charger.
That's true. But it really sucks too because we have the logging company right down the road.
The sawmill?
Yeah, the sawmill right down the road. And it's like, oh, man. And it's just a 2-lane road.
It's okay. You still pass them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only at the dotted lines.
Yeah. Whatever.
Safety first.
They're all dotted in my book.
All right. Who wants the next one?
I'll take it.
All right.
The Gray Man supposedly spares people from devastating hurricanes. Pawleys Island, South Carolina, is known for its beautiful homes, amazing beachfront properties, and frequent hurricanes. Those who live there are aware of another island mainstay, the Gray Man, a figure dressed in old-fashioned pirate clothes. Legend states he appears before the onset of a hurricane, and those who see him will survive with their house intact. In 1989, Jim and Clara Moore, longtime residents of Pawleys Island, say the gray man saved their lives. During a stroll along the beach, the Moores claim they saw no one else on the beach except for one man who was walking toward them. Jim remembers, "When I got within speaking distance, I raised my hand to say hi, or beautiful evening, or whatever, and he disappeared." After Hurricane Hugo hit in 1989, most homes in Moore's neighborhood ended up destroyed, except for theirs. They believe it was because the gray man had come to see them on that fateful day. Another witness to the gray man, a fisherman, says he saw the figure while fishing a few miles north off of Pawleys. While out in the early evening, the witness alleges he saw someone waving to him on the shore. Drawing closer, the fisherman realized the man dressed in the garb of an old pirate held up his hand as if to say stop. The figure disappeared from the shore, and the fisherman decided to take it as a sign. Later that night, a strong storm hit the area, and the fisherman credits the gray man for saving him from it.
Wow. That's intense. I mean, you've got to, that even kind of goes back to Mothman. Mothman came as a warning, and like this guy, the gray man, he comes, and if you see him, apparently you get your house saved.
Right.
Yeah.
I got to shed this freaking hoodie.
Getting warm, Steve?
A little bit.
Yeah. It's only like 92 degrees in here.
I feel fine.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. All right, Mike. Would you like to share our next little tidbit with us?
I suppose I can. In 2007, a young woman staying with a friend experienced her first paranormal activity. The friend she stayed with had a shrine dedicated to his late sister, to whom he performed a sort of daily ritual in her honor. A shot of tequila and turning on the stereo to play a song that she loved. The woman says her friend assured her that as long as she stayed under his roof, his sister would protect her. One day, while home alone, the woman alleged that her abusive former partner broke into the house and tried to attack her. He threatened her with a knife, but the shrine suddenly came to life. It shook violently. Candles were blown out. A crucifix flung itself at her attacker. After the stereo on the memorial turned on by itself, he fled. Purportedly, she never heard from him ever again.
Wow.
Interesting.
Wow. So, real quick before we get on to the next story, I just have to, we've discussed this, the three of us. Mike hasn't been around. Mike, what are your thoughts on all this?
Well, I was actually going to ask you about this, because first we got to figure out, because we spend our lives talking about spirits and about ghosts and paranormal and demons.
Yes.
Do you believe there's angels?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is there such a thing as an angel, or is that just something that we've come up with to explain things, or to add to the mystery of religion? Mm-hmm. Are there actual things as angels, or is that just something we've come up with to try to add to the mystery of religion, as I said? Because you think if there are demons, then I guess there has to be angels of some kind.
Right. Correct.
Because I don't know. The problem I have is I don't know, because I haven't seen anything that proves one way or the other. I've seen some things that I go, okay, what could that be? And I've seen other things that people said, oh, it's a. I go, okay, whatever. It's not. But at the same time, I've also had a couple different experiences. You guys know I drive a lot. My entire life, I have driven a lot. I drive 2 to 3 times more than most normal people do in any given year. I do a lot of traveling to places, and my normal mode of traveling is by car. And there was a while when I was still living here in Knoxville, but I was working in Austin, Texas. So I would work throughout the week, and then every couple of weeks I would drive back to Knoxville, and then I would drive back out to Austin. I had a very, very dear friend of mine, John. He and I grew up together. John was one of those guys who was always very interested in spirituality and religion and different things like that. But we had a very close connection. One night I was driving from Austin back to Knoxville. As I'm coming through, actually part of Arkansas, it's very straight, it's very flat. There's nothing to see. I started to feel like I was about to doze off while I was driving. Not a good thing. I was doing probably about 75, 80 miles an hour. And just as I almost started to doze off, I heard John's voice in my car go, "Hey." And I woke up, pulled off the side of the road, got something to drink. I was fine. Got back here to Knoxville. Probably about a day and a half after I gotten back, I get a text from John. Hadn't heard from him forever. He goes, "Hey, just checking in with you. Want to make sure everything's okay." I said, "Yeah." I said, "It's funny you contacted me." He said, "Why?" I said, "I was actually thinking about you the night." I said, "That's weird." He goes, "I had a dream the other night." He said, he'd fallen asleep on his couch. He lives in California. He'd fallen asleep on his couch. He said he had a dream where he was sitting in a car with me, and he looked over and shouted at me. And then he woke up. We figured out it was almost the exact same time as when I heard his voice say, "Hey," and he woke me up in my car before I started dozing off while I was driving.
Wow.
I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's a guardian angel. I don't know what that is. All I know is that it saved me from probably a really nasty car wreck or worse.
It's crazy. I've not had an experience like that.
You've not?
I mean,
What?
I'd have to actually just sit and think back on instances of, I mean, I've had that whole gut feeling before, but I don't think it was anything.
But see, that's the thing is that we say we have this gut feeling, we have this instinct. Is that what it is, or is that a guardian angel, or is that something saying, "Hey, you're having a premonition," or something's out there having a premonition that if you do something bad's going to happen?
I mean, I do actually believe in the whole mother's instinct. I've definitely experienced that as a parent, saying, with, our 17-year-old, I've had the feeling of, I don't want you to do this. I don't want you to go to do this. I don't want you, and then of course I'm like, okay, fine, just be careful. And next thing you know, you're getting a phone call and you're just like, oh my gosh, I should have, just put my foot down. I do believe in the motherly instinct. But I don't necessarily attribute that to a guardian angel, but who knows? I mean, unless you physically, and that's one thing about it is that unless you physically see something, you don't automatically think, oh, that's a guardian angel or that's a spirit talking to me. You just kind of go on and think it is just a gut instinct.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Or unless you hear something that says stop or whatever. So.
Yeah. I know here in the chat room, Steve from Entity Vortex Paranormal Society, he said, when my cousin passed due to a flood bridge collapse, I felt his presence like a warm blanket, full of peace. I even heard him say, "Hey, bud." It gave me comfort that he was okay in the afterlife. That's pretty sweet. Mm-hmm. That's pretty awesome. Andrea, want to read Sarmenti's?
Hold on,
Do you see it?
I've got it.
Okay.
Sarmenti says, making a long story short, several years ago, my dad was taken to the ER by ambulance early in the morning. While I was getting dressed to go to the hospital, it suddenly felt like he was standing in the room with me. I didn't see or hear anything, but I felt him and I could smell him. Cigarettes and brewed aftershave. When I go to the hospital, I found out he had died 3 times in the ambulance and was unable to be brought back once again by the time they got to the hospital.
Dude, that's intense.
Really is. Really is. Just real quick, we're having some kind of technical difficulties here with Iraq Lovely 7. Phone calls keep coming in and then going away, coming in and going away. So let's take a I'm going to say real quick break. It's going to be like 4 minutes, guys. We'll take a quick break. You guys can get you something else to drink if you need it. And Andrea, do you?
No, I'm good.
You're good? You haven't
I'm
finished
good.
your beverage?
Nope.
All right. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
So many people spend hundreds or even thousands of dollars on that perfect infrared camera, hoping to catch that epic paranormal shot or simply to document their nighttime escapades, only to pair it up with an IR illuminator that gives off a hotspot in the center of the frame and performs subpar for their camera's capabilities. We did the same thing. Let me save you some time and money spent on multiple IR lights with one name, Deadlight. Created from the minds of Josh Bender and Justin Brown, who are also paranormal investigators, the Deadlight is the elite light to add to your camera arsenal. We have tested the Deadlight and illuminated areas up to 300 feet away. Did I mention these lights are built like a tank? Super durable and sturdy construction. Josh builds each Deadlight to meet your needs and is in constant contact during the building process. So forget the other lights out there and go straight to the best. You can check out the complete line of Deadlights on Facebook at Deadlight LLC. Justin and Josh are constantly exploring new features to add to the Deadlights. ETGS will never use another light in the field, simply because nothing else compares. Get your Deadlight today and you too can light up the night.
You're listening to Paratalk with East Tennessee Ghost Seekers, a new perspective in paranormal talk radio.
Looking for a way to get your paranormal fix in the spring? How about joining us at the 2021 Screamfest Paranormal Festival at the historic Cleve Mansion? Presented by the Scream Chamber Haunted Attraction, located at 1163 Highway 11 North in Athens, Tennessee, 37303. With nearly 200 years of death and murder inside its walls, the mansion contains an abundance of paranormal activity. The festival is scheduled for Saturday, March 27th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Vendors and special guests in the paranormal field will be on site for the festival. So come by and take a daytime history tour of the mansion, hang out and bring your questions to the guests, and enjoy some food from the vendors. When darkness falls, get your scare on inside the mansion's haunted attraction. The haunted house will be open Friday and Saturday night, March 26th and 27th for all you thrill seekers. If you are interested in being a vendor or special guest at the Screamfest Paranormal Festival, please contact thescreamchamber@gmail.com. Join us in making this event one that will grow into something everyone will be talking about. This event will follow all COVID-19 guidelines, so rest easy knowing you can come out and enjoy some thrilling, safe, and scary fun.
You're listening to Paratalk. If you have a question or an experience to share, email us at etgsparatalk@gmail.com or call 865-264-0448. And now, back to Paratalk.
All right, guys, we're back, and I think I got these technical difficulties taken care of. So, hopefully, the rest of the show runs without a hitch, but there's no promises at all. I just want to, real quick, just say Betsy Boo said here in the chat that she just lost her brother in June and has been wondering ever since if he's there with her, watching her. And I'm sure he is. Yeah, that's what older brothers do. Older brothers take care of their little sisters. And,
Sorry.
Okay, maybe not yours. Maybe not
Our
yours.
condolences to you and your family.
Oh yeah, totally. But I'm sure he's there with you, watching out for you and making sure everything's okay. So, yeah, just keep those happy thoughts.
Yeah.
Keep the happy thoughts. All right.
We're here for you.
Every week.
Most of the time.
Most of the weeks.
Now you were Steve was talking earlier about seeing that video of the deer, the deer spirit thing. Its body. I posted a link in the chat room. If you saw it up there, it's a little quick video, but it shows a mouse that was caught in a trap. It was caught in a mouse trap.
I've seen that one.
You can almost you watch the video, and right as the mouse takes its last breath, suddenly this flash, like just appears right next to it.
I have seen that one.
Yeah,
and
They
it is-
think that's the spirit of the mouse leaving its body.
that's crazy.
It's awesome. All right. Whose turn was it?
I'll take it.
Okay.
A man's late wife supposedly helped him avoid a dangerous trap. In the early 1900s, a New Jersey farmer by the name of Charles Henry Durand barely escaped with his life, thanks to the warnings he supposedly got from his late wife. According to his story, as he rode home in a buggy, the horse pulling it suddenly stopped. Within moments, a ghostly woman in white appeared, which Durand recognized as his late wife. Both he and his horse remained frozen in fear as she whispered to him, "There is danger at home. Stay away till morning." As frightened as his horse, Durand was forced to spend hours unhitching the animal from the buggy so he could get home. By the time he arrived, it was already daylight, and Durand noticed a number of things amiss in his home. A window was open, and muddy footprints covered the floor. Durand also noticed a string stretched across his bedroom doorway. He set it off using his umbrella. It triggered a gun attached to the string, creating a booby trap to shoot anyone who entered the door. Without the warning from his wife, Durand would have been struck by the trap.
Wow.
Sounds like a movie.
Totally does. I mean, which a lot of these do. A lot of these
Yeah, that's
stories
true.
would make great movies.
They should make a movie, kind of like Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, with these kind of stories.
That would be cool. That would be
Right?
cool. Yeah.
Man, I just gave up an idea. Damn it.
Well, maybe you'll see it in theaters soon.
There goes my idea.
You have so many, one doesn't mean anything.
That's right. That's right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. That's right.
Suck up.
Oh, this is very important. I have to cut in for a brief news announcement here. Mike.
Yes.
Andrea finished watching
Dude,
Karate
no,
Kid.
seriously. Are you about to say what I'm about? Because literally, I was about to say, hold on a second, I need to ask Andrea something.
Yeah. She finished
Did you watch it?
She finished watching Karate Kid Part 1 and 2, and she is 2 episodes into season 3 of Cobra Kai.
And
I don't
answer
know.
carefully here, Andrea.
I don't know. I have conflicting emotions in this series, and
Her conflicting emotion is she hates Kreese.
I
that's not
despise
conflicting.
Kreese.
No, that's not conflicting. You're supposed to hate
No.
Kreese. He's
But it's not just the fact that I despise Kreese. That is not the conflicting emotions. The conflicting emotions come between Johnny and Daniel. And I want to root for both of them at separate times. And then the other times I'm like, God, you're horrible. And then I'm like, you're just the coolest guy. You're so sweet. Why is everything happening to you?
Yeah, because, Daniel most of the time is the dick and Johnny's the nice guy, you know, but in Karate Kid, it's completely opposite.
And I think that was one of my issues was that this series, I don't know, it gave me anxiety because I was like, because after watching Karate Kid Part 1 and Part 2, I'm like, oh, there's such happy endings. This is like the greatest. I'm so proud of them. And then I watched this and I'm like,
There hasn't been a happy ending yet.
I am waiting on the happy ending. I mean, I was very excited for Miguel when he's the man and all. But
and then he broke his back.
yeah.
But I told Mom, I
God,
said,
don't spoil it for people.
I told her if you rewind it, when Johnny's walking in that strip mall, you can see the happy ending happening through the window of that massage parlor.
But yeah, I can't, it's not bad. It's not bad. I will go ahead and say it's not bad. It's just different for me.
They don't.
But let me. I'm going.
It's because you're a girl.
Probably. But I will say that there's a deal behind this.
Oh, yeah.
There is a deal behind me watching Karate Kid Part 1 and 2 and Cobra Kai. You know what that is, Mike?
What is that?
Steven has to watch Bridgerton.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Steve.
See what you did?
well,
See what you did?
I'm so sorry.
You instigated the fact that I needed to watch this Karate Kid and Cobra Kai, and I, in turn, will get something out of this.
I was just trying to add something positive to your life. I didn't realize that it would end up resulting in Steven having to be
it's gonna be great.
Torturous.
It is not that bad.
Hey, there's a guy in Bridgerton
really
walking
isn't.
all the time with
It's
his wang
not.
sticking out.
There's all kinds
There's
of
naked
boobies.
people all over Bridgerton.
I mean, it's not a bad show.
Yay for boobies.
You're an ass.
There's some of that in there too.
Yay for ass.
Yeah, mostly men.
It's old. It's like wrinkly English guy ass.
No,
That's-
no. Trust me, it's not some old wrinkly guy's ass. No. Oh no.
Turds is about to get smacked in the mouth if you don't keep it down.
Bring it. Come get you some.
All right. Yeah. So I've got to watch Bridgerton, and Andrea is watching Cobra Kai, and I will sacrifice that so she can watch Cobra Kai.
And I will say after the ending of the second season, I was like, nope, I'm done. Nope,
She was,
not finishing it. I was not about to watch season 3.
But then
So just instead of Cobra Kai, how'd you like the two movies?
No, I really liked the movies. I really did.
Favorite one or two?
I think 1.
Really?
I do think 1. I think it's
one
just,
was my favorite too.
I think because it's the original. You know, there's
I
it's
just
the
I'm
original
torn 'cause I
story.
liked 1 as well.
It's
Yeah.
Elizabeth
2 was
Shue.
all right. Yeah, 2's got its moments, but Daniel started to annoy me about in 2.
Yeah, I mean, I think in the first one it's the original story. You know, you got your original storyline, and could it end there? Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's what bothered me the most about 3 is because in 3 he's scared about being scared, and I literally said, as we watched it again the other day, I went, dude, you almost died in Okinawa, and now you're scared because you're scared at the tournament. Shut the fuck up.
Well, a funny thing, because I obviously did not do my thorough homework on that, on the Karate Kid, we were watching Cobra Kai, and I was like, there was something happened, and I was like, that didn't happen, did it? And Steven goes, that was in the third movie. I was like, there's a third movie? So then I had to go into the rabbit hole of 1, 2, 3, 4, and
4. No, 4. They get a girl, and it's
Yeah.
just, and it goes. They completely jump the shark.
yeah. So I mean, I'm not gonna watch past the second one,
Good.
but
Good choice.
but yeah,
That's a good choice.
But I was like, wait, what? Another one? Oh my god, no!
yeah. Now watch
I'm
season.
glad you got the movies watched at least.
Watch
Yeah.
season 4 come out, and it'd be tied to the third movie.
Oh god,
Well,
now I'm gonna have to watch the
that's
third
what I
one.
think is going to I think dude comes back. The greasy haired dude comes back
Yeah, I think he does too.
from the third movie.
I think he does too.
Oh, see, I'm like,
Because that's
what
the
greasy hair dude?
friend we saw in the flashback at the end of 3.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right.
I guess I'm gonna have to like binge watch the next. Are the rest of them 30 minutes? Ish? Like 30, 45 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, about 40 minutes each.
And I got like what? Another 8? Okay,
Yeah.
not tonight.
We can knock most
People
of
in
them
the chat room now are completely confused.
They are.
Yeah.
They are. Sorry, guys. We
Little sidetrack.
Yeah.
totally go.
Now back to our regularly scheduled program. Andrea.
What?
They were talking about Guardian Angels, and now we're talking about Johnny and Daniel. I don't understand.
All right, back to it. So in March of 2015, Utah police officers investigated a damaged, partially submerged car in the Spanish Fork River. As they got closer, they clearly heard a young female voice cry out from the car, "Help me! We're in here!" Police immediately went to work.
Good job.
Thanks.
Like we were there.
I know.
Help me! We're in here! Howard! Oh my gosh. So police immediately went to work. They pulled the wreck out of the river and tipped it right side up. Inside, they found Jennifer Grossbeck and her 18-month-old daughter, Lily. Jennifer had seemingly passed hours before, so it was unlikely that she had called for help. Lily was barely conscious, but alive. The emergency personnel at the scene appreciated the disembodied assist, though they never established the source of the cry for help. As Officer Tyler Bedos put it, "For 2 nights, I've laid awake trying to figure out exactly what it could be. All I know is that it was there. We all heard it. It was extra motivation."
Interesting.
I've heard that story before.
Have you?
It's kind of creepy.
Yeah, it is.
Very.
El tenedor. That's the Spanish word for fork.
Oh, gotcha. Thanks. Appreciate that.
Sure.
I thought she was Asian.
El tenedor.
All right, Fork Guy, why don't you take the next story?
On Christmas Eve 2016, Shropshire resident Jane Reynolds sensed something strange afoot in her home, but she dismissed it before heading to bed. On Christmas Day at 4 a.m., she claims an unknown force ripped her duvet off her bed and began shaking her. Before she could possess this wake-up call, Reynolds heard banging and screaming from somewhere in her house. Afraid that her sons might be in danger, she ran to check on them. In their room, Reynolds saw one child, Ethan, sleeping silently, while her other child, 18-month-old George, was softly choking. She quickly turned him over and patted him on the back to clear his airway. Later, she realized that something or someone must have warned her, since Ethan was sleeping and George's airway was blocked. Whom did she hear screaming? Her friends told her that 50 years prior, a family moved out of the home shortly after their baby perished. Reynolds believes the baby who passed had warned her about George.
Wow.
That was
Okay, that one.
even better story with the
accent. Yeah. Thank you, Mike of many voices.
El tenedor.
Yeah, I mean, that one, I like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that would freak me out, of course, but.
Well, yeah, I
See,
mean.
now, here's the thing, though. When we're reading these, if we weren't talking, if the show...
Here is your host.
Okay. All right, guys, let's try this again. I don't know what the hell happened, but
It's weird.
it was so weird. Like, we're sitting here talking, and then we lost everything over here.
Yeah,
Like, the Roadcaster, it powered off, and there was nothing going on at all. And then it was saying that my SD card had an error, so I had to pull the SD card out and put it in my computer and pull those files over so I didn't lose all those. And I hope that we didn't lose all those. I'm
God, I hope not.
destroyed.
Because this was a great one.
This was a good podcast. Yeah. So anyway, I'm glad you guys came back.
Thank you so
and joined
much.
us. And we even picked up Piper this time.
Yes.
Piper's in the house. So
Fucking demons.
yeah, that's what it was. That's totally what it was.
How can you say he thinks someone was looking out for us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, what happened? Was that a demon that caused that, or was that an angel?
Yeah. Who knows?
Or was it a pissed off spirit of Ralph Macchio? What was it? What was it, Andrea?
Yes.
What?
Who?
They can hear us. We're good. Stop it, guys. You're embarrassing
He's
me.
confused again.
You're embarrassing me, guys.
Check.
It tastes like roast beef.
Not
It's
again. Speaking of
Sybil.
chicken, how was
Sybil.
dinner?
Dinner was
Freaking
delicious.
amazing.
Wait, Mike's trying to.
I'm sorry, I was checking my mic. I'm sorry. Syphilis.
Testicles, 1, 2.
So that's what you're calling that thing now. It's syphilis.
Testes, 1, 2, 3, testes. One for Saramenti. Boom, motherfuckers.
Yes, Piper. So glad you're back.
And we are all safe and well, except Amy. Amy, she's
well-ish.
She's well-ish. She said she hasn't ran a fever in 48 hours. So
we still kept her away.
Yeah.
She wanted to come join us, and we're like, no.
Well, no, she gave us the choice.
Yeah, she gave us the choice, and we chose next week.
I told her better safe than sorry.
Yes. All right, so Andrea, bring us back into this fucked up podcast that we have going tonight.
This one's good. Dale Earnhardt Jr. has
my hero.
Then do you want to read the story?
Oh, she can go ahead.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
She read about Dolly.
I did.
That's fine.
Okay.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. has experienced several potential life-altering incidents.
I'll cry later.
His crash in 2004 still leaves him in shock. Since he retired, semi-retired, from professional racing in 2016, he can't grasp how he managed to live from that horrific crash. What still sticks with him is feeling like someone pulled him out of the burning car that morning. During a 60 Minutes interview, he voiced that he believes his father played a part in him getting out of the car. I think he had a lot to do with me getting out of the car, Earnhardt Jr. said. Absolutely. I don't know how else to put it. I don't want to put some weird psycho twist on it like he was pulling me out or anything, but he had a lot to do with me getting out of the car. From the movement I made to unbuckle my belt to laying on the stretcher, I have no idea what happened and how I got out. I don't have an explanation for it other than when I got into the infield care center, I had my PR man by the collar screaming at him to find the guy that pulled me out of the car. He was like, "Nobody helped you get out." And I was like, "That's strange because I swear somebody had me underneath my arms and was carrying me out of the car. I mean, I swear to God." Footage at the track showed him crawling out of the car before paramedics helped him onto a stretcher. Earnhardt has been on the record for stating that he believes in paranormal activity, which this incident may factor into that sentiment. Whatever the case may be, Earnhardt Jr. narrowly avoided a potentially fatal situation.
Wow.
I remember that crash. I was watching the race that day. I mean, that freaking car was engulfed. It was nuts. And he just crawls out of this freaking fireball, and falls to the ground, and then the paramedics help him up.
Jeez.
Wow.
Yeah. That's crazy. Wow. All right. Next story.
Martin Kemp, a ghost named Len, saved my life.
Real quick. Martin Kemp. Anyone?
Is he a musician?
He is.
The singer.
He's a bass player. Oh, you know the song. They're one of those one-hit wonder bands from the early 80s.
Yeah, he was the bassist from Spandau Ballet.
Oh my gosh, I had that in my head.
Did you really?
Yes.
No, it was, Mike said it, Spandau Ballet.
Spandau Ballet, yeah.
What?
I don't remember it.
You don't remember the song?
If I heard
the song
it,
was true.
What?
Yes, Mike. Can you pull us up that song and let us hear it real quick?
Yeah, let me get it here.
Yeah, and just jump right in the center of it there where the chorus is, because it's one of those earworms. It's going to be stuck with you for the rest of the night.
I'm sorry. I'm actually already being rickrolled in my mind.
Yeah.
So we're good there. No more earworms. Good.
Yeah. Are you sure?
Yeah. Oh, God.
Much is true.
This is totally from Wedding Singer.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
that's Rodin's jam.
Is that what I said?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's freaking.
You know what? I'm gonna beat you for that.
Well, we needed to know who Martin Kemp was, and that's Martin Kemp. So Steve, carry on with your story and make it true.
Martin Kemp says a spirit named Len once saved his life. The 59-year-old singer believes the friendly ghost has visited him several times, including one memorable moment in which the spirit spoke to him directly to tell him to go back inside his house, which saved him from being hit by a car. He explained, "One morning I left the house thinking about the day ahead when I heard a voice in my ear as if someone was talking to me. It was a voice talking to me directly as though they needed to tell me something really important. It was a man's voice, clear and deep. The voice seemed to speak slowly as if it wanted to make sure I wasn't going to be scared. It simply said, 'Go back inside the house.' I started to walk back toward the front door, trying to make sense of what had happened when I heard an almighty bang. A Ford Cortina had careened into the space between two cars parked in the road, the exact space I would have been standing if I hadn't heard the voice." Martin believes the spirit first came to him after he and a friend from school used a Ouija board when they were kids, during which time he saw his ghostly pal. He added, "We sat watching the glass spin around the old-fashioned Ouija board, spelling out a message for Martin. The room felt a little cooler. 'Let's see what it says,' I muttered. 'I am your guide. Your name is Len.' My heart was hammering in my chest. Who was Len? Why was he guiding me? And when the Spandau Ballet star told his mother about the ghostly experience, she informed him Len was a foreman at the print works where his dad worked. Writing in his new book, It's a Love Story, he said, she explained he died a few years ago. He knew all about you and Martin's brother, Gary. I still think it's Len who managed to save my life. There must have been thousands of tiny moments when Len was looking out for me over the years."
Wow. Yeah, so Sarmini says, serious question, what's the oldest or longest hang-around ghost you know of? And honestly, I've never really researched the oldest ghost on record. I mean,
maybe Demon, Zozo,
Yeah.
I was thinking Blackbeard.
The ghost of Blackbeard.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
Lady in White.
Yeah, Lady in White has been around forever. Yeah. I would probably say
Mick Jagger.
That's possible. That's possible.
I thought it was Keith Richards.
Yeah, I think you're
No,
right.
Keith's dead. No one's told him yet, though.
Oh.
The thing with Keith.
Right.
So,
That's a good question, though.
That is a very good question, and I would probably venture to say the Lady in White. I mean, because you've heard stories of the Lady in White for centuries,
and in just about every haunting you hear of, there's always a Lady in White,
and in every culture,
right?
So I mean,
that's true.
Yeah, I would say probably the Lady in White. Look at that, we all work together.
I mean, it may not be the same Lady in White.
Well,
but there's always
it's
a
not,
lady
but,
in white.
Yeah, but I mean that's the oldest haunting,
right,
that I can remember. Good
Who's
question.
the gray lady?
Very good question.
Gray lady.
Yeah, that's true. Gray lady.
That's
maybe they were just seeing.
Black.
Maybe they were just seeing the gray lady in a shadow. It's actually the Lady in White.
It was at sunset.
Yes.
So she appeared gray.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in to Paratalk. Good night.
You're welcome.
Sarmeni's got a second question.
Okay.
This is coming to a point. Have you ever heard of an energetic thought forms?
No. Mike?
Enlighten me.
I can't say that I have. No.
Yeah. Yeah. So, do you have information on energetic thought
I've
forms?
heard of alcoholic thought forms.
She's having those right now. If you have information on that, get that call button.
I mean,
call us
that
in,
could totally be
and we'll
like
talk about it.
another topic.
That's totally good. Yeah. So
interesting.
Yeah. All right. Next story, Mr. Mike Howard.
Yes. If you've ever missed death by an inch and you believe you had a little help, You may be one of the many people with guardian angel stories. Even for non-believers, a brush with a real guardian angel is an encounter with the uncanny. Proof of entities in the world beyond your line of sight. That's why real guardian angel stories, such as the ones that these stories we're going to share with you now, are so creepy. Even if it ends as a positive experience, it leaves you with a lot of lingering questions. Most people believe real guardian angels protect people from harm. That doesn't necessarily make them less unnerving. If guardian angels are real, then so are the forces they seek to protect people from. Disembodied voices, invisible hands, some incredible good fortune present in these stories all give proof of guardian angels in day-to-day life. But even if you write these accounts off as gut feelings that got lucky, it means you believe in gut feelings, which in the end are just as fantastic as the concept of people with guardian angels. So if anything, maybe gut feelings provide another real-life guardian angels another way real-life guardian angels try to guide people to safety each day. And there are crazier theories out there. We've actually talked about that earlier in the evening. So this one is from Light Energy. When I was in my 20s, I spent 4 years traveling the world. I was in South Africa, just outside Durban, and a friend had taken me on his motorbike to his favorite waterfall. We had both been swimming, but I got cold and went to sit on a patch of green grass. To get there, I had to step from the sand I was on over a log, then across a bit to the grass. I was walking medium speed and lifted one foot to step over the log when a very loud, booming voice, masculine voice shouted, "Stop!" Except the shout wasn't heard with my ears. It was inside my head. Hard to explain. Also, there was nobody else around except for Tim and I, and he was still happily swimming. I stopped, wondering what had just happened. I still had my foot in the air above the log. I looked around and spotted what I thought was a leaf waving about 6 inches from my big toe. It took me a few seconds to realize that it wasn't a leaf, but in fact a snake, a black mamba. He had his head raised and was licking the air right near my toe. He was waiting to see what my next move was to be, and he had seen me long before I saw him. I slowly backed up and walked very carefully backwards to where Tim was. I have no explanation for the voice that I heard except that it was so loud and was inside my head rather than heard with my ears, and it came at a time when I didn't feel in any danger at all. In fact, I was very calm and happy. I feel that it was my guardian angel who shouted at me to stop, as I would have stepped right on the snake. My guardian angel saved my life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's no coming back from a black mamba bite.
No.
See, and that's weird because that is very similar to the experience that I had when I heard my friend say my Mike. I thought I heard it in my car, but it was in my head.
Yeah, I mean, that's life or death right there. Quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I've got a story real quick. Back in, I think it was 97, there was a bunch of us in this 1-ton van, had a makeshift bed in the back. We'd all been out partying. It was like 5:30 in the morning, waiting for the carry-out to open and go get some more beer, and we were going to head to the lake. Well, we're going out this back road up in Ohio, and the driver says, let's see how fast this 1-ton son of a bitch will go, and he just fucking hammers the gas pedal, and away we went. Well, we're coming up on this left-handed curve, and there was a total of 8 of us in this van, and the driver, and then there was 2 guys sitting in the front seat. I was on the cooler by the sliding door. My cousin was on the other cooler next to me, and there was a few people on the bed. Well, we start going down the road, and we start to veer left, and one guy says, "We ain't gonna make it." And he jumps up, and when he jumped up, he grabbed the wheel, and it jerked us to the right. And we smacked that embankment, and, all I remember is that side door popping off, and then I remember landing on the roof, and then waking up in the ditch 250 feet from the van with my buddy with his face, down in the mud next to me, gurgling. I thought he was dead. But my story is, there was one broken bone out of all 8 of us.
Wow.
And she was passed out on the bed. I don't know if it was the alcohol, or pure luck, or if someone was watching over us.
Right.
And there was a guy that was driving behind us, said it was like a pinball machine. He said he was just trying to miss the bodies that kept, raining down into the road from being flung out of the van. My cousin was thrown 150 feet through the treetops. and we were picking bark out of his back and ass for 2.5 months.
Jeez.
Good Lord.
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy. So I don't know if it was guardian angel looking over all of us, or if it was just pure luck, or like Rodin's doctor said, it was a fucking alcohol.
Right.
Wow.
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 Yeah, that seems like something higher.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really does. I mean,
right.
Yeah.
There's a reason for everything.
Yes, there is. All right, Andrea, read there what Sarmenti says.
Sarmenti says, I have nothing solid, just personal beliefs. When a person dies, it takes 30 to 80 years for that person to reincarnate. Some may become ghosts, but most ghosts are just energetic thought forms. Kind of like a memory of a person on a replay loop, like the old woman that appears walking up the stairs. Eventually, the energy for this ghost runs out and the ghost disappears. Okay. All right.
So basically, like a help me out.
Residual?
Residual,
Yes.
like a residual haunting. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
God,
Never
got me
really thought about it like that.
thinking and all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that
don't
makes
think-
sense. Residual haunting would be an energetic thought form. It would just be a leftover bit of energy.
Yeah, I've never actually thought.
Did you guys know that Piper plays bagpipes?
Yeah.
That's freaking awesome.
Oh, can you play for me? I love bagpipes.
But yeah, I mean that makes a whole lot of sense. I mean the whole pulls in the whole stone tape theory and everything. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which you've heard of reincarnation stories about like it being almost immediate. That when one person passes, another one comes,
To replace.
You've heard that. I've not really heard of the whole 30 to 80 years for a person to reincarnate. But
Well, it's like you're on a trial basis right then. That's your
right.
That's your probationary period.
This is your 90 days.
Make sure you hang on to your receipt.
This is your 80 years. If you make it through this time, then we'll make you a full-time ghost after 80, okay?
Right. Yes. And that I'm going to have to dig some more into that.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Making me think tonight, guys.
God, come on.
Wow.
Damn it.
I don't have enough drink for that.
Are you out?
Yeah.
Are you out of your drink?
I am.
What? Holy cow. You may have to go get you another one.
No.
Are you sure?
I mean, I'm out later, but
Turn that
it's true.
It's funny.
Seriously, Piper,
it's
please
funny
play your bagpipes
because his
for me.
last name's Howard.
Yeah, I know it.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Sarmani says, I can smell the smoke from the grinding gears.
Yeah,
You
can.
should
Yeah, you
because it's like filling the room here.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
This has been one of our better podcasts.
Seriously. And Piper's going to play his bagpipes for me.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yes.
I love bagpipes.
And J-Lo says, damn, 80s music, play it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is, we could actually finish this up next week.
I mean, there's another
30 stories.
Yeah, something
Yeah,
like that.
we totally could. So would you guys be down for a part two?
Part two.
6 pages left,
Yeah.
y'all.
Yeah. So would you guys be down for a part two for the first half of next week's podcast? And then we'll jump into something else for the second half?
I mean, we could absolutely do.
Have we done
Like-
anything on reincarnation?
We have.
We have. Yeah, and we talked about Shirley MacLaine and
She's
can't
still
remember what
living?
else.
Yes.
For the 4th time. Yes. Yeah.
Kind of like Keith Richards.
Yeah.
Right.
But nobody's told him yet.
Okay, Rodent says absolutely. So,
I mean, this has kind of been like one of those clusters of a podcast. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got most of the stories out, but man.
but there's so much more we can touch on.
Yeah.
So I say we stop this here. We finish it up next week in the first hour of the podcast.
I know. I feel the same way as Mike's.
What's
Just
that?
crying.
And the second hour, we'll hit something else.
Sorry, I was just laughing at what Rhodey says. My Teespring order shipped. I'm going to be all fanboyed up for Waverly.
Nice. Nice.
Yay.
Heck yeah. Speaking of Teespring, I need to put out some more stuff on Teespring. So you guys keep a lookout for that.
See,
And-
even Sarmenti says, "Don't go into the light."
So, what the hell?
That was your phone.
That was my phone.
Hockey Man wants to know back to Friday next week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Back to Friday next week. Unless you guys are enjoying Saturday. I mean, it's your all's call. You
Yeah,
tell
I
me.
mean, it's up to
we
you.
can do either.
We're here for you.
We're here for you guys. If you guys prefer it being on Friday like normal, we'll stick with Friday. If you guys prefer it being on Saturday, we can do
wait.
Saturday for a while.
Not
What?
Saturday.
Oh, not next Saturday?
No,
Plans next Saturday?
Yeah.
Oh, Andrea's getting drunk next Saturday, so
maybe.
it'll be next Friday. This coming.
Apparently, it's every Saturday. No.
And that's different from this Saturday
Because she'll be getting drunk with girls next Saturday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
We could have a guys' night.
Yeah.
A guys'
true.
podcast.
Yeah, we totally could. Yeah.
We could talk about boobies
Sarmenti.
and ghosts.
Boobies and ghosts.
Yes.
So next week, yes, Friday and Saturday, yes, in Sarmenti. You're already there.
Do what? I was reading here. Betsy Boo said, I literally sent my fiance the Teespring link today to pick something out. Okay. Well, you can pick something out if you want.
See, Hockey Man said, so next week Andrea will be drunk Friday and Saturday. I said, yeah, probably so. And then Sarmenti said, put her on air after she gets drunk. And I said, already there.
Yeah. She's on air and drunk right now. So, yeah.
I mean, it's literally, and this is the sad thing.
It's literally one can.
One
and she's
16-ounce can, but it's eight freaking ounce. Eight freaking percent.
What? 16-ounce can.
Spit it out.
16-ounce can.
I'm going to beat you all. I don't care what.
14, 15, 16.
Ralphie!
Y'all suck.
I love you, Ralphie!
Y'all
Well,
suck.
shit.
Exactly.
Oh, man. It's been fun.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa.
What?
Yes. Yes, there have.
So there's girls that have sex with male ghosts. Have any men had sex with female ghosts? Not this guy. That's exactly why. Sorry, says, is that why she won't get off Long John Silver's lap? Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah, you know. Me and
Bow,
Long,
chicka, wow, wow.
me and Long John Silver go way back.
It's just for reference, Rodin. It's a succubus and incubus.
Yeah. The succubus is the female, and the
There was
incubus is the male.
Was
And we've
it-
covered it. We did a podcast on this one.
But was
already.
it Ghost Adventures that went, or Ghost Hunters that went?
It was
to
Ghost
that one
Adventures
guy?
to the Ram Inn.
Yeah, the Ram
Yeah.
Inn. Yeah. The
That old guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
The ancient Ram Inn. Yeah. And he was being, bless his heart, tortured by a succubus.
Bless his heart.
So terrible. Bless it.
I mean, if you'd rather get it on with a ghost, by all means, invite it in.
Yeah, I mean, that's all he's got.
Sarmenti said that's a whole different kind of fried shrimp.
Sure is. Sure is.
Yeah.
Well, I just don't even know where to go from there.
This show got so weird again.
I know.
What happened, y'all?
Oh my God.
Exactly.
Went off the rail.
We got off
kinky.
the freaking rail, like, Real bad.
Like what?
Real bad.
Oh my God.
It's okay. It's okay, Rodent.
That was awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
I give that one a 16.
Yeah.
A 16.
A 16
You
ounce.
get a 16.
Oh my God.
Y'all suck. I'm not drinking again.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
That's why you love us.
No, I'm not drinking again.
Howard! Norman Bates.
Knock it off with the fried shrimp. It's not kosher.
Yeah, I'm not drinking no more.
You're fun when you drink.
No, I'm not.
No, I'm not.
I'm no fun.
Everyone is enjoying it. Everyone. We're all enjoying it.
At my expense.
We're not laughing at you. We're laughing with you.
Yeah, okay.
It's good. It's all good.
Yeah.
All right. Do we have anything else in the chat room before we
There's
get out of here?
so much going on in the chat room. I mean, I'd like to say that I love it, but
Sarmanti says, it's not me, Ma. It's Andrea. Oh, my gosh.
thank you, Piper. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Somebody appreciates
And we all appreciate you. Every one of us. My phone's about to
You've
die.
now become the scapegoat.
Yeah. You're welcome. You're welcome very much.
All right.
You're the chat room scapegoat.
Yeah. So
Thanks,
I'm
guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw this in here real quick because literally my phone.
Betsy Boo's my favorite.
What'd she say?
Yes.
What'd she say?
She said, it's been fun, guys. Awesome podcast. Just want to say, Andrea, you're my favorite, so don't let them pick on you too hard. I love you, Betsy.
She's our favorite too. She's our favorite too. But because we're about to lose Mike because my phone is at 5%.
Love you, Sorrenti.
So
Love you, Adam.
This has been a night. So
I love everybody.
Oh, shit.
No, for real. I love you all.
Yeah.
I love you, man.
Hey, I've got this guy. There's somebody who wants to meet you. Okay.
My name's Norman Bates.
Yeah.
I don't love him.
You sure?
I do not love him.
Okay, just wondering.
All right, guys.
He wants to.
He wants to meet you.
No.
All right, guys. So next Friday, first hour of the podcast, we'll finish up this topic. Second hour, we'll bring you something special and maybe even a reading by Andrea and Mike. How about that? How about some story time tag
story
team?
time tag team.
A collab.
A collab.
Yes.
How's that? So we may pull something out and do something like that. Do a collab story time with Andrea and Mike.
We can do that.
Sounds great.
Gobble, gobble, motherfucker.
That's
Yeah.
right. And I'm so getting that on here as soon as we get done because I've got that sound on the computer, but I don't know why it didn't load here.
Thank you, everyone, so very
Yes.
much. And yes, Adam, we will both be using our sexy voices.
Of course they will. Of course they will, Hockey Man. You know that.
This is my sexy voice.
This is my sexy voice.
He has a sexy voice with his strong hand.
Oh, my strong hand. Make room for Fanny.
Oh, shit.
It's my strong hand.
Yeah. All right, guys. Until next week, you guys take care of each other.
Stir it. Stir it up. Stir it up.
Oh, my
Just
God.
lick the hottie ho.
Oh, God. Gotta add everything. The penises, the vaginas, every bit of it.
I'm dying here.
All right, guys. Everyone come back and join us next week. because I promise you it's going to be just as mentally challenged as this episode was. I kept that PC. Did you notice that?
You did.
I did. But I probably ruined it by saying I kept that PC. Did you notice that?
You did.
That part, that'll be edited out. See, Betsy, that's what you miss out on when you don't listen to the podcast live. All right, guys. For Pair Talk, I'm Steven.
I'm Steve.
I'm Andrea.
And I'm Mike.
And as always, stay spooky, my friends.
And that's all, folks.
You've been listening to Paratalk with the East Tennessee Ghost Seekers. If you have a question or comment about the show you've just heard, or you have an experience to share, or you need to contact us concerning an investigation, feel free to email us at etgsparatalk@gmail.com or call 865-264-0448. That's 865-264-0448. We invite you to find and like the East Tennessee Ghost Seekers on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and visit us online at easttnghostseekers.org. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time on Paratalk.